Hey everybody, this is your girl segment 730, bringing you your YouTube collective. I know it's been a few weeks. I wanted to just give the energy time for you guys to settle. I am so happy that you guys are listening and really giving me back that wonderful feedback about these readings, because I'll tell you what, the divine is really using me to give you guys these downloads and to make sure that we're pushing ourselves forward into what we want the new earth to be, right? This is the new world order. So we want to make sure that we are vibing at our highest. This is why it's so important that we are doing things that we love to do this summer, right? Because we've got the sunshine out, and those rays really help that melanin or just that DNA activate so that we're able to vibrate a little higher, you know what I mean? And manifest. So that's really what this is about. Lately, the divine has made sure that these collective readings are based on your career. And I think that is really awesome. It is very rare. I know a lot of people are stuck on love. And I think for me, the divine has been giving me this message that in order for us to get that genuine, authentic love that we want, we need to really love ourselves. We need to feel worthy, that we deserve that love. And in order to do that, we must go through our own fire, right? Our own trial and our own tribulation, our own miniature tower moments, right? So that is what the divine wants. So let me go ahead and do the grading. If you'd like to book a one-on-one with me, please feel free to go to that comment section. I will have a pinned comment there. You can click on that link and it will take you to where I'm at, okay? I believe there is a messaging feature on YouTube now, so you can actually message me and we can go ahead and talk on that. Okay, so I have shuffled the cards, and when I shuffled the cards, the Queen of Swords in reverse came out, and I got two different readings. I got a love reading, and then I got a career reading, okay? And then I got both of them together. So the first card that came out was the Queen of Swords in reverse, and that let me know that we are no longer being defensive. Came out with the Tower card, which lets us know that we wanted this tower to happen. We're allowing this tower to happen in our love life. And the Four of Cups was the next to come out, which lets us know that we are purposely not taking any offers. And right after that, guys, the Hierophant came out. So that is God letting you know, like, maybe you prayed to God, is what I'm hearing, and said, I'm just going to release my love life into your hands. And once you did that, you got some major clarity, and it was for your good, right? And now you are holding out. What the divine is saying for that person or whoever I'm speaking with right now is, if anybody is offering you a relationship in this moment, do not take it. Continue to focus on yourself. You are strong, creative, and passionate, so you will be able to make it through, right? And that is, a beautiful message. So that was what I got with the tarot. And I also want to go ahead and make sure that I say this exactly like I need to for my career-oriented folks, okay? So for my career-oriented collective, you're allowing others to dominate you as you show weakness, even if you're strong inside. Or maybe you're allowing your emotions to get the better of you. It's time for you to reconnect your inner strength to create positive changes. What you thought were solid foundations are crashing around you. Destruction and chaos are rampant, but you need to know that these events are happening for you, not to you, okay? So paradigms and opportunities are emerging. Offers and opportunities are going to be flowing to you, but for now, you are saying no. You need to contemplate that next step, and you need to focus on what is important to you. You and God are working together, and that is your guiding authority. So by doing this, by staying in the will of the Lord, you're going to expand your knowledge, and you're going to learn fundamental practices and principles that can help you on your journey to success. So the divine wants you to be cautious about accepting or making any offer related to your finances or career, because currently the timing is not right, and it may come to fruition. It may not come to fruition as you expected. Longer hours, less money, we didn't read the fine print, etc., etc. So The divine is asking you to go ahead and assess the feasibility of this idea that you have before proceeding, because you have this inner power and strength, and that's going to lead to you using subtle influences and persuasion. You understand your animal instincts and you express your raw power with courage and measured restraint. So you need to stay strong, okay? So that is the career reading. For those of you who are new here, I do the tarot part first, and then I do our flash deck second. Lately I have been doing it on my lives, but unfortunately I've just been so darn busy, you guys, that I'm just going to do it like I used to. So usually what I do is I pull 5, and then after those 5, it usually will focus on what we were saying. So before we were talking about if you were single, God is moving you to stay single so that you can meet the spouse of your dreams or your person. And if you were in a career minded focus right now, the divine is telling you to don't take any more investments, keep focusing on the investments that you have, right? So this flash deck, the first thing out is going to be the stones with the flowers, and that is there is beauty in all things. So the Tower card did come out, and the divine is just confirming for you that that moment happened for you. Okay. The divine doesn't want you bitter about this particular Tower moment. This particular Tower moment was made for you so that you would be able to have some betterment in your life. And I want to point out, somebody does not want me to get this message out, because every time I speak, there's something that happens. I don't know if you guys heard the pots and the pans in the kitchen loudly. Now, all of a sudden, there's a plane that's around, right? But the divine wants you to know that really look at the beauty in this. Maybe you got your hours reduced at your job, or maybe you got demoted, maybe you got fired. Now is the time to work on you, is what the divine is saying. So look at that. Maybe the hours you were crunching were just so bad that you were not able to focus on you. Maybe if you're relationship oriented, maybe you were too focused on that guy or girl that you were not able to really give yourself the attention that you deserve, right? Because sometimes we get caught up in, I want to make sure this person likes me. The next card is power and dignity. So the divine does want you to have that strength that we talked about at the end, where you are creative, you're powerful, and you're strong. So that's just another confirmation to make sure that we are being strong and we are doing everything that we can to use our creativity in a wonderful way, because the divine knows that you can. The yin yang came out, which is balance. So the divine is saying, even in this time, you need to balance. So you don't need to be overworking. You don't need to be bed rotting. You need to make sure that you're up in the morning doing your morning affirmations. You're making a list of things that you want to get done. You are making sure that you are doing exactly what it is that you need to do, so that way you're able to move forward. The next card out is the lotus flower, which symbolizes celebrations of a milestone, big or small. So whatever this tower moment was for you, and this is the thing, tower moments don't mean that it's, always bad. This could be good, right? But the divine wants you to celebrate. Whatever you've done in your life, the divine wants you to celebrate that, right? Whether that's, I worked at that job for 7 years and they fired me, still celebrate the 7 years, because that is still a commitment, right? The divine doesn't want you looking at the negative. He wants you to focus on the positive, okay? The next one is the rainbow brick road. So this is amazing. So this is the divine letting you know that you are divinely protected, and the divine needs you to be patient, okay? All is well has come out. So the divine does want you to know that you may be stressing about, am I ever going to find Mr. or Mrs. Right? Or am I ever going to find the career of my choice? And the divine is saying the reason that this is happening is because I'm preparing you for that moment. So all is well. Be patient. Just have a little more, because a lot of people don't understand. Patience is what produces that fertile ground for your manifestations to flourish, right? If you don't have patience, you are not going to be able to visualize and manifest. It's just not going to happen. And if you do, it's going to be a quick thing, right? You're going to be like, oh, I got it, but something happened where I couldn't keep it, okay? That's just a little manifestation 101. Maybe I'll do a manifestation reading. You guys let me know, okay? The next card out is another lotus flower with the lily pads, which represent rebirth, enlightenment, and divine connection. So the divine is letting you know you are connected. So those prayers that you prayed, they worked. The divine has heard all of your prayers, and the divine wants you to know that this time of isolation from this tower moment is a moment for you to be rebirthed, because you were enlightened on some things, right? You probably thought you were at the job of your dreams, and maybe they were like, you found out they weren't going to promote you. Maybe they've been stringing you along this whole time. Maybe you found out that the business idea that you had, it actually wasn't going to be that expensive to, it may be feasible, right? So the divine wants you to know the reason that you're getting this is because your ancestors and any other divine connection you have, they're helping you bring this forward, okay? They want you to know that you are worthy of the next step, whether that is a divine spouse or whether that is this career, okay? The next card is Center of the World, Elevation, Transcendence, and Awe. So the reason that you were being isolated in this moment, the reason that you had that crazy tower moment is because you will be the center of the world in a minute. The divine is elevating you, and you will be in awe of the things that the divine wants to show you. And yet again, the succulence has come out, which confirms strength and resilience. So the divine really wants you to be patient, to be strong, and to know that all is well and that you are divinely protected, okay? So now let's do our today's prayer. The today's prayer comes from Isaiah chapter 12, verse 2. You ready for this? The Lord himself is my strength and my defense. He has become my salvation. So when you are feeling like you can't go on, when you are running out of patience, Father God, I ask that you give me your strength. Be my strength. Yes? Yes. So that is your collective reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Segment 730. Be blessed. Never stress.